Hi, I'm Alane Boyd with Cooking with My Friends, and I'm here with my beautiful friend, Nura Kruciak.
Hi, guys.
Hey. And I'm going to be cooking the Broccoli BurgerFit Burger, which is perfect for trying to get either yourself or your family or friends or toddler to eat more vegetables and broccoli specifically. And Nura is going to be cooking a Cuban dish called Congris.
Very nice.
I've been practicing.
Yes, perfect. Congris. It's going to have some rice, black beans, bacon, onions to help offset the broccoli and the healthiness.
Still a healthy, simple dish, though.
Absolutely.
She's been cooking it. It smells amazing. She got started a little bit early, and I love that it's also a one-pan dish that we'll be going over in just a minute. So why don't you get started with what you've done over here, and then I'll tell about the broccoli burger.
So very simple dish. You're going to have 1 to 2 onions, depending on the size. You're going to buy 1 pack of broccoli. So what I did is...
Our bacon?
Bacon. So we're going to do... half moon cuts on the onion.
I'll move my stuff for now.
So very simple, cut the onion in half, and you're going to do half moon slices.
Now, where did you learn this recipe from?
So this is from my mom. Traditionally, you do the black beans yourself, but that's very complex. So we live in a wonderful time where we can go and just buy these pre-seasoned black bean recipes, cans from the supermarket. So my mom's been doing this since we were kids. It's a very traditional Cuban dish with the black beans and the rice. Just incorporates everything into one dish. And as Alane mentioned, one pot, which makes life super simple. So you're going to want to cut the onion half moons. You're going to have the pot warming up. You're going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. And you're going to want to saute the onions inside the pot until they're caramelized. Once you do that, you're going to take your bacon and you're going to cut it dice it maybe 1/2 inch chunks, so not too thick. So
and you can have a healthier version of the bacon by doing like no sugar.
I'm going to be using today white jasmine rice, but you can also do brown rice, which is great, right? So we want to be a little healthier. You want to do some brown rice, we can absolutely do that. So onions caramelized, magic of television, bacon is sauteed. What you're going to do is once that's caramelized, I'm
going to bring this over here so everybody can... Ooh, that's hot.
Careful.
Okay, so I'll grab a little towel here. I want everybody to see, like, when she says caramelized, like, that's almost burned to me, so just wanted everybody to be able to see.
Don't be scared. It may look burnt. It's not. It's very caramelized. The pan is still hot, so what you want to do is when it gets to this point, you add the rice directly into the sauteed onions and bacon. So we're going to do that now.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to start showing them a little bit on the broccoli burger. So I went ahead and just cooked up some broccoli. You just want it to be real soft. And when you do the broccoli, I'm going to show you how to cut it. You don't have to be real trying to make really small pieces or anything. You just want to get it to where you can cook it because you're going to be throwing it in the food processor. So you want to make it as simple and easy for on you as possible. And then I'm going to show you how to use the stalk. And you also want to use the greens. So any of these little pieces, a lot of times they're bigger. I cooked the bigger ones already. Throw that all in there. That is all yummy stuff and zero waste. I like to limit the amount of waste here. So you just want to do some big chunks. You can make them smaller if you want to, but I like, as little work as possible when I'm trying to do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to just make these little pieces from the bigger piece. And then what I really want to show you is just how to make the stalk part.
So Lane, rice is incorporated.
How much rice did you put in that?
So it's a cup of rice per can of black beans. So we have 2 cups of rice for the 2 cans of black beans. It was 1 package of bacon. And like I said, 1 to 2 onions, depending on the size of the onion. So I'm going to go right ahead. Rice is incorporated.
And you do the beans with the juice in it?
Everything. Just open the can.
And that brand of beans is El
Ebro. So they have Goya, Ebro. They have a few options. When you go to your local supermarket, go look in the ethnic aisle. Let's spill a little bean juice here. Go to the ethnic aisle. They're going to have pre-seasoned beans. That's what you want to buy. So when you do that, mix it all up. so simple. You got your bacon, your onions, your rice, and then the last component is 2 cups of water. So you're gonna add 2 cups of water.
That's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. Mix it up. We're gonna put it in the oven, and it's done.
That's it? What do you put it in the oven for?
350, and then you're gonna do that for 30 minutes.
My goodness.
I know.
Okay. I need to get moving.
I know. Get moving.
All right. So I'm going to show you what I do with the stalk. So I like to flatten it out so it makes it easier to chop. Just throw that in piece away. It's usually kind of gross. So you can see when you're looking here, you can kind of see a ring around the inner part. I like to cut that part off because it's really tough. And I don't like the way that it feels or tastes. So I just kind of slice that part off. I go all the way around. And you don't have to do it perfect the first time. You can go back and kind of slice it a little bit more. So you're left here with the stalk. I just throw these pieces out and then just kind of have fun chopping it. And then you can throw that in with your broccoli. Now I just throw that on the stove and with a little bit of water, and just like I said, just make it so that it's soft, flexible. You're going to be throwing this into the food processor. For this BurgerFit burger, I don't do an extra green because we're doing the stalk, the broccoli, the greens from the broccoli. So it's got a lot in there already that we're working with. So here, and we're actually, because of Nura, we added a few extra spices to the broccoli burger. So we added some cumin and some oregano, which are traditional spices with Cuban food.
Very much so. So a lot of our dishes have cumin, oregano, combination of both.
Yeah.
So it'll be very nice with the flavor. So those black beans are seasoned with cumin and with oregano as well. So
okay,
it'll blend the flavors really nicely.
Awesome. And I like to make things really easy on me. So while I'm putting everything in the food processor, I go ahead and put a clove of garlic in there. I put the spices in there so it just blends everything for me.
Yes.
And I did about 2 cups of the broccoli and stalks and everything for this, but I add it slowly. This is my swoon that I made yesterday.
I know. I was looking at it earlier.
Oh, it was so cool. Serena Wells is my girlfriend with Wells Built Home, and she just is like the most badass girl I've ever known.
I love that.
She makes all kinds of cool stuff. Her husband builds furniture. She remodels homes and builds cool stuff. So I like to start out not with the whole mixture poured in here because every burger meat is different. Ground meat. So you can see here I got some ground meat. It's 1 pound of ground meat already that I just put in here. And the ground meat's different depending on how much fat's in there. If it was grass-fed.
What do you prefer? What do you usually
I buy an organic, full-fat ground beef. I like the fats in there. It helps hold things together. The leaner you get, the tougher it gets. So,
it's good.
and I do wait to put some of the salt in there into the meat after the fact. So I do a teaspoon of salt with the meat. I don't like to do all the salt at once. I feel like it doesn't get absorbed into the meat. So I do that one separately. And I'll have on our website our recipes for our viewers to be able to mimic it. So I just blend it all together. And just depending on, you want your burger to be able to hold together. So you can add more. Like this is feeling pretty good. So I'm going to add the rest of this actually.
So I like how you incorporate that slowly. It's not dumping the whole.
Yeah, you don't want to get too
portion of broccoli in there.
And the whole idea with BurgerFit Burgers is to have a burger that people don't really realize there's vegetables in. Well, if it can't hold together, then people are going to be like, well, what's going on?
Sure, especially the little ones, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to move this. I just mix it up with my hands because they're burgers. That's what you do.
Yeah, you got to get in there. You got to have some fun.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Now, my toddler, I talk about him a lot because he's cute.
I have to say he is one of my favorite guys.
He was helping us get ready today.
Yes, so excited.
He's 3, and even though he was like, whenever he started solids, he ate a ton of vegetables. He won't eat vegetables anymore. And so what I love about BurgerFit is that he loves burgers, and he has no idea that he is eating vegetables.
Well, I have a 42-year-old toddler, and we also have to try to find a way to get his vegetables into his diet. So I think this is absolutely perfect for the little big toddlers in your life and the little toddlers.
Yes, I know. And kind of what prompted this is I've always struggled with my weight and also just like once I lose weight, keeping it at a normal place for me. Yeah. So BurgerFit, I could incorporate vegetables. I could still have vegetables, but I could also get other people eating healthy with me without knowing it. So my dad, who's 82, that wild man, He says he doesn't like vegetables. My older brother, which I talk about too a lot because, you know, they inspired me to do this.
Yeah.
So I could get them to eat vegetables.
Well, you want the whole family to enjoy.
They would come over and they wouldn't eat anything I cooked except for the meat.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is not a real meal.
So guys, one thing I didn't mention is you want to get this boiling a little bit, which is at the point of boiling. So now that it is boiling, just so that the rice cooks really well, I'm going to throw it into the oven right now.
Okay. What temperature do you have the stove on?
350.
The stove.
Oh, the stove, I do a medium high.
Okay.
Yeah, medium high. So
now, if people don't have a pot like that to cook in, have you ever cooked it in a dish that you just put like aluminum foil over?
yeah, so funny story, we were in Grand Cayman with some friends. We got inspired. They had jerk chicken seasoning. They wanted Congris. So I didn't have my pans with me. I actually did it in an aluminum pan, you know, the ones that you buy
At the grocery store that are disposable?
And it worked. So
wow.
guys, it doesn't have to be a special aluminum pan. As long as you can get a saute in there on the onions and you could get a good boil and it can go in the oven, it's totally fine. So.
And so that's on 350 and you're going to keep it in there for 30 minutes,
That's
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Make some more room in my pan. So have you always liked cooking, Nura?
No, I didn't start cooking until later in life. My mom is an incredible chef, and so I was spoiled. And I always tell the story, when we got married, one of the first things they warned my husband about is the fact that I didn't cook. But now it's such a good release. So fun.
Yeah.
And I get to do this kind of fun stuff with my chef friends. So
I'm not a chef, but I like cooking. Yeah.
So you put them all in there.
Yep. So a pound of ground meat with the vegetables usually makes about 5 burgers. I don't make them real crazy big or anything. I just do a normal size burger.
Okay.
The broccoli burger, you can see what I normally do with friends or my family that won't eat vegetables is I cover it with cheese and I go ahead and make their burger for them.
Smart.
So they don't even realize that they're going to be eating healthy and they don't ask questions. And that's also why I went the burger route, is that people just eat a burger. They don't ask, well, what's in this burger? You know, before they take a bite, they just make the assumption that it's going to be delicious.
This is so cool. Okay. And so depends on medium low.
Medium low, you know, kind of just depends. You don't want to burn your burger. I kind of, actually on the stove, I like to cover them for a little bit. Kind of helps keep the moisture in there without it getting too crispy on one side. If you do have too many vegetables in there, then you don't have to stress. You can just put it in the oven and cook your burgers that way. Takes only about 20 minutes. You flip them halfway through. You don't have to worry about anything. Then it just cooks and your burger can stay together. I grill the burgers when it's not winter time outside and put them on a grill. They hold up great. Yeah. It's just when you add too many vegetables, it can't stick. Yeah, you know, I'm from Louisiana, which I talk about a lot too. My mom doesn't cook any Louisiana food.
No gumbo, no jambalaya.
No, she doesn't. So I don't know how to cook a lot of Louisiana food. So I think it's awesome that your mom has handed down some of the traditional foods to you.
Absolutely. And I actually, I've created a bit of a cult in the family where now she's put all these recipes online, which helps, soft copy. So they'll call me if they can't get in touch with her and say, hey, send me the Congris recipe. How do you do it? I'm like, it's so easy. And so you'll have it for everyone. Guys, it's really easy. I like easy. Yes.
I like easy, one pan, less dirty dishes. My husband especially likes that because he's my dishwasher. The stuff that can't go in the dishwasher, he washes all of those dishes. So
see, that's great though. You guys.
He's like, can we limit the use of the stuff that can't go in the dishwasher because I'm tired of washing all this extra.
I know you get these nice knives going, the Le Creuset, you have to do this by hand.
Yes.
No, totally, I get it. Very cool.
I'm gonna check on these burgers. Where's my swoon? Swoon spoon.
I really want to go do some of those.
Oh my God, she is so much fun.
Very cool.
I have a list now of things that I want to make with her.
So what kind of things is she doing outside of just?
She's doing some. Well, actually, I just messaged her one day and was like, "Hey, let's make something that I can use on my show." And she's like, "I make these spoons and they're really quick. I like quick projects. Yeah, you know, like cooking, like under a couple hours."
Absolutely.
kind of things. And so when she came up with the spoon idea, I'm like,
That's
that's
so fun.
totally up my alley.
Yes.
You know, I want to get in, get out. And so we're going to make a cookbook holder.
Very cool.
I mean, she can make anything.
That's
they
so
have
fun. I
a
need to
beautiful
call her.
workshop. And so now what she's starting to do is some classes and workshops, because especially targeted towards females that are a little bit more timid,
Love that.
playing with power saws
Right.
and all kinds of
We
stuff.
gotta get out there, ladies.
I know. We don't just have to cook. We can do other cool things.
We can make some cutting boards, some fun spoons.
Yeah.
Some utensils,
So
some
now I
tools.
just like send her screenshots like, hey, can we make this? All right, I'm going to check on these again. I bet it's time to flip them.
Okay.
Everything is smelling so good in this kitchen.
Those burgers look so awesome.
See, I'm going to get a little help on flipping here.
Okay.
I love these little ones, the little
so
spatulas.
sweet.
Holy cow. I think they're the greatest invention ever.
Very
And
nice.
the secret
Okay.
to cooking burgers is you do not touch a burger unless you flip it.
Oh, wow.
Everybody loves just like smashing the burgers and like.
I mean, I'm a smasher.
No,
Is that
stop
wrong?
smashing.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay. I am.
When you
Listen, I'll get that spatula and I'm smashing them down. So it's don't touch.
don't touch.
Okay.
This, you know, when you do that, you're really just squishing out all the yumminess out
Okay.
of them. You're drying your burger out. All the good yummy things are coming out of it. So you just want to flip it and leave it alone.
Okay. Are you
That's-
a one flipper as well? or-
Just a one flipper.
Okay.
You just do one flip.
Okay. So what's, you've incorporated the vegetables, you flip. What is the usual time? Usually like 3 to 5 minutes each side?
I usually do.
Okay.
Yeah. It can depend on, this is the first time I'm using your oven or your stove.
Yeah.
So, heating, I wanted to be a little more cautious than
Yes,
how I normally would.
understand.
I usually put it on medium heat,
Okay.
do about 3 to 5 minutes per side. I like my burgers well done, without any, rawness in the middle.
Sure.
Especially with hamburgers, and you're mixing so much, you're getting all the possible contamination. So I like just completely.
Okay. No, I
Yeah.
mean, it's easy.
It is
right?
easy.
Flip it once, don't smush, let them do their thing.
Yes.
And then I can't wait to try them.
All right, so we're getting close to being done. It's been in the oven for 30-ish minutes or
Yes.
so.
You guys can just see what it looks like when it comes out. So if you see, the rice and the black beans have all incorporated with the bacon and the onion, so it's perfect.
I'm gonna close the, okay, perfect.
Get that for you.
So while Nura's fluffing, I'll tell everybody how we met. So my husband and I, in another life, we met Nura's husband through just some business stuff that we were doing. And all the time he's like, you've got to meet Nura, my wife. You've got to meet Nura, my wife. She's so cool. And so CMA Fest a couple of years ago, they invited us over to Nashville. We went and we met. I still remember the dress she was wearing. Not creepy. Just fell in love from that moment.
Well, I'll tell you guys, my husband said, I just met the blonde version of you. And I said, well, aren't you lucky? Double the fun.
So, and you can see, like once you get it all cooked and get it browned, you can't tell as much that there's vegetables in there. There's still kind of a hint, but like I said, cover it with some cheese if you have to. Great Whole30 dish. Yours is not a Whole30 dish, but that's okay.
But great compliment. The seasonings
Yes.
will be great. And the last tip I'll give you guys is if you want to drizzle just a tiny little bit of olive oil, it'll give it a beautiful glow. So that would be the last touch, I would say, on the rice.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat this.
I'm excited about those burgers.
Well, thank you, Nura, for joining me for Cooking with My Friends.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you. And if you like this video, we have other ones already done and new ones coming. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Instagram at Cooking with My Friends Official.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Alane. Bye, guys.